Hello everyone, and welcome to my first mage build for Skyrim Anniversary Edition, the Arcane Elementalist. This build is too strong, like, genuinely. This character is by no means fully optimised to be as strong as it could be, and yet it slaughtered instantly when I playtested it. I didn't even have the build finished when I started recording footage. It was that good, but I didn't need any of the final touches. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, let's start talking about why that is. The main skills for this build are Destruction and Alteration. Destruction is by far the key skill for this build. We use the elemental spells added in Anniversary Edition, and they absolutely slay. They deal both fire and shock damage, so you want to go down both of those lines of the tree in order to max out potential damage. Additionally, you're going to want to get all the perks to reduce casting cost, and it's worth considering dual casting and impact if you want to stagger foes with a double cast. Although, I didn't find this necessary. It's normally what destruction mages need to be real good, but it wasn't required here. Just an optional extra. When it comes to Alteration, this works as both the main defensive and support skill for the character. By going up to the Expert perk, you get a ton of great offshoot perk choices. Mage Armor will make flesh spells mitigate most physical damage you take, and magic resistance will do the same for magical damage. Stability will keep your alteration spells up for longer, and the Atronach perk is incredible, making it so you absorb 30% of the magicka from any spell that hits you. With minor skills we have Restoration, Conjuration, and Alchemy. Restoration heals you. That's it. Nice, simple, practical lore. What it also has is the Recovery perk. Invest 2 points to this for 50% faster magicka regen. With Conjuration, I invested absolutely no perks. However, early on summoning a creature to distract your foes and provide additional damage support is a real boon. I'd recommend getting both the Summon Fire and Frost Atronach tomes, both of which are cool elementals. Finally, we have Alchemy, where I invested into the Alchemist perk for stronger potions. While this was only minor perk investment, there's plenty of room to make the build even stronger by investing heavier into this skill, and carrying around some badass potions to augment your powers. The standing stone for this build is the Lord Stone. This will give you some armor rating. That's right, some! Which is far better than the none you have otherwise. Additionally, it will give you additional magic resistance, which you already have a healthy dose of thanks to the alteration perks. When leveling this character, you'll want to go for a 90-10 split between magicka and health. Being a high elf means you already start with 50 bonus magicka, but you need more. Way more. Like, you really are going to want to have a huge magicka bar. But you can't entirely neglect health if you want to be able to survive a hit or two. I mentioned just then that this character is an Outmer, or a high elf, which means we have access to the highborn racial power, the perfect thing for a pure mage. Once per day, you can rapidly recharge your magicka with this, making it perfect for extended fights. There's no weapons for this build, as you are the weapon, which means we can move straight on to the apparel, starting with the Master Robes of Destruction and Alteration. These are some great robes added with Anniversary Edition, which are literally just a joint item between Destruction robes and Alteration robes. These play into your two main skills, so are perfect for the build. Additionally, I'd recommend wearing an Adept Hood for a bonus 50 points of magicka. And you know what else grants you 50 points of magicka? Sava Saren's Amulet, which you can get through the College of Winterhold storyline. But this isn't enough magicka, so you'll also want a ring to give you more magic, and the Mage Backpack too. Finally, we have a couple of aesthetic pieces with the Thalmor boots and gloves. Feel free to enchant these to be even stronger, but I didn't bother because I was already kicking ass. Like, genuinely, I could have just gone to an enchanter's table, put anything on them and been stronger, and I didn't bother. I didn't need to. This is ridiculous. You've broken the game, Anniversary Edition. I hope you know this. I should probably get onto factions now. The main faction for this build is the College of Winterhold. In fact, it's really the only faction you need to join. This is a pure mage build, so the College of Winterhold should really be the primary focus. Don't just do the main storyline for it though. Help out a little around campus, and accept some side quests while you're there. As for quests, I'd recommend doing the Mirror Watch quest, which is a very short one to get you the Mirror Watch player home, a perfect habitat for a mage, located just outside of Morphal. Also, if you didn't realise, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce Mirror Watch, because no one says it in-game. And when it comes to followers, you might want to avoid taking anyone with you. There's a fair bit of splash damage from your main spell, and you want clear sightlines wherever possible. Honestly, anyone you take with you has a real high chance of dying, so maybe just go solo. This character is a crazy strong destruction mage with alteration to support. The main spell to go for is Elemental Blast, an expert level destruction spell that is literally twice as strong as other expert destruction spells, but costing half as much. Yeah, it's that OP. I did some testing, and it's just plain broken. This is why I didn't need to do any of the standard OP mage stuff you see in builds. No reduced to zero cost, spamming high tier potions, or glitching things to high L, just a straightforward, brokenly strong spell, which is now a standard part of a game. Another crazy strong spell which Anniversary Edition added was the Paralysis Rune. This is less than half the cost of a standard paralysis spell, and doesn't require you to actually hit your target, just get the ground near them or lay it as a trap. And just like the elemental spells, you can just purchase this tome nice and easy. As a personal strategy for combat, I'd recommend casting a flesh spell to start, layering in Elemental Blast to try and kill all of your opponents ASAP. If they start getting close, just lay down a Paralysis Rune to stop them. If your Magicka gets low, then you can pop a Magic Restoring Potion, or your Racial Power. And if you're getting outmatched by other mages, then I have a perfect potion for you. You can purchase Comberry and Daedra Vein from Khajiit Caravans. Combine these two ingredients together and you get a Fortified Destruction Potion, which also grants you Spell Absorption, helping to negate some damage from other mages, while also powering yourself back up. I made this potion myself, felt really proud about it, and then realised I just didn't need it all that much. But it's still a really cool potion to have. The Arcane Elementalist has been studying magic for a long time. She has long neglected current affairs, instead wishing to solely focus on the mystical arts. She's witnessed many wars between men and mer, but never taken a side. To her, the only thing that ever mattered was the pursuit of arcane knowledge. She had long left her home of Somerset Isle, and travelled around Tamriel in pursuit for new spells. Recently, she heard tell of new magic found within Skyrim, and was eager to learn of new spells which have made it to the realm. However, her journey had an unfortunate road bump, when she was captured by an Imperial patrol who thought she was a Falmor spy. They hoped to lump her in with their captured Stormcloaks, and execute her rapidly, without causing an outright conflict with the Aldmeri Dominion. This plan almost succeeded, but was cut short by return of Alduin the World Eater. But for the Arcane Elementalist, this was merely an unfortunate detour on her route to the College of Winterhold. And there we have it, my first mage build for Skyrim Anniversary Edition. I hope you all enjoyed. The power balance in Skyrim now feels all over the place, so yeah, I'm getting used to all that. Feel free to let me know if you've come across any items or playstyles which you feel are broken strong now. For me, these elemental spells are a clear example of this, but I'm interested in hearing what else you'll think is crazy strong in the game now. Also, apologies that audio and stuff may have been a bit off. I'm a bit ill at the moment, and it's also baking hot in my room and I don't know why. It's winter. Please let winter be winter. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Sarge out.